hello and welcome once again to another edition of Chasing the Dollar, brought to you with the compliments of TAB Sportsbet. Plenty of happening in the world of sport and racing, and Timmy Newbold, another solid meeting at Wentworth Park this Saturday night.
Yeah, it is a strong competitive meeting, Ronnie. Of course, the Nationals really holding the spotlight in greyhound racing, and Bulleye on Monday night. What an incredible final that's going to be. But it is a good meeting Saturday night, and I think we've found a couple of winners.
Speaking of the world of sport and everything happening in the TAB Sportsbet line, let's swing to Matt Jenkins for an update.
Thanks, guys. Well, a huge week in greyhound racing. Of course, TAB Sportsbet covering all the state finals this week, but looking forward to Monday night at Bulleye, getting to see Barsha Bale again as well. The good news at TAB Sports is we've extended our coverage as well. This week covering a total of 18 meetings, fixed odds, which now includes Gosford as well, so more opportunities to have a fixed odds bet on the greyhounds. And also Saturday night, a quaddie jackpot there in New South Wales at Winnie Park, $25,000. Make sure you have a crack at that.
The quadrilla at Wentworth Park on Saturday night opens with a quality free for all, Tim.
It is a really good race, and I can't go past one of my favourite greyhounds, Bye Bye Bucks, number 5. I'm not concerned with the 5 alley one little bit because he's got enough burn to overcome that. He's got moderate beginners on either side. One runs to the rails, the other on his outside goes wider. He's going to get plenty of clear galloping room to show his burn. If you watch last week's run, he dwelled a little, then showed good early burn, rolled through, took the lead. He's consistently running around 5:40 to the first section, and that will lead this field. I think he will win. Number 5, Bye Bye Bucks, clearly the one to beat. Number 2, Avondale Queen. She's a massive, massive talent. She really put it all together at Wentworth Park at her most recent run, clocking 29 and 59. And she comes into this on the fresher side. She's a big, big danger. If she does get room to move in the initial stages, she can worry Bye Bye Bucks. Throw in number 3, Fancy Dean, the king of Wentworth Park. You've got to throw him into the multiples.
Second leg of the quaddie on Saturday night. Again, one of those pin jobs, Tim.
Oh, it certainly is. These staying races are really killing me. Every week we're getting a different winner. Look, I've settled on Buddy Wright, not with a great deal of confidence. He's well drawn wider out. He lacks pace, but he's very, very strong at the end. You've got to steer him into the clear in the middle stages. He'll descend late and he'll run a big race. He was probably a certainty beaten last week. He ran into the back of a greyhound down the back straight, and that probably cost him 2 to 3 lengths. He got beat a half. He should have won, Buddy Wright. I think he can atone on Saturday night. 6, Dusty Dave has got a good chance. A little disappointing for mine last week after having the inside alley. He is knocking on the door. He's going to win a race at Wentworth Park very, very soon. Throw in 3, Dodging, likely leader, and we'll give backers a big, big sight. Number 1, Regal Gate. Well, broke through at Wentworth Park last week after 14 or 15 runs. You've got to throw it into the multiples, but it is really a pin job, as you said, Ronnie.
Third leg of the quadrilla at Saturday night at Wentworth Park is a very strong field.
I like 7, Tiffia, the Magic Maiden winner from the Easter Carnival. She's very, very talented. She's run around 29.8 at Wentworth Park. She comes into this on a bit of a freshen up, which I really think will suit her. She's well drawn wider out. She can handle wide draws. She's got a moderate beginner on her inside, so she should get room to move in the early stages. And Electro Storm on the outside of her should stay straight at the first turn. I think she'll go very close. 8, Electro Storm is a big danger. This greyhound is airborne at the moment. Was easily beaten last week, but ran into a heap of trouble, and it was a really good run behind Zipping Catra in fast time. It's well drawn wider out on the track. Throw in 5, So Sorry. This greyhound's got the early pace to overcome an awkward alley and does look one of the early leaders. I like Tiffia on top though.
If we come to race 8 on Saturday night, Tim, and we're still alive, where do we swing our marble?
I like number 1, Let's Rock. He's beautifully drawn on the inside. He's clocked 29.62 at Wentworth Park back in May from an inside alley. Hasn't got a great deal of early pace, but he's got enough to hold a position in the early stages, and he is very, very strong at the end. I can see him just parking behind the leaders here and descending late to get the money. He's coming into it on the fresh side. It might even see him begin better and settle even a little closer than what I might expect. I think he's got a great chance. Number 1, Let's Rock. 4, 8 Too Much, comes back from the Darwin Carnival, made the Darwin Cup. has run 29.73 at Wentworth Park. He is a greyhound with a heap of ability and has got to be thrown in. Number 6, Zipping Catcher. She returned to the winners list in really, really good fashion last week, and she is all class, but I'm just a little concerned where she's boxed because she's got pace drawn on either side. She is going to need luck in the early stages, but if it does come her way, she can figure in the finish.
Well, Tim, we couldn't get the cash last Saturday night with Piggyback, but what do you see this week?
Yeah, Piggyback crashed to the deck, but we will get it back. Race 10, number 2 at Richmond on Saturday night. Piggyback follow-up. Wentworth Park, I like number 5 in race 5. Bye-bye Bucks, one of my old favourites. I'm not concerned with box number 5. He'll begin, he'll burn, he'll roll to the top and just keep running along. He is fast becoming the new Wentworth Park king.
And as far as value?
Race 9, number 2, Cavendish Flyer. This greyhound ran 29.30 odd at the Gardens a couple of runs ago, then came to Wentworth Park last week, ran into all sorts of bother, should have won the race. There is no pace in race 9. He'll go straight to the top and keep running along as well.
Okay, it's bye-bye bucks for Tim Newbold, the best on a Saturday night, and let's see if we get some more bucks with TAB Sportsbet as we get an update from Matt Jenkins.
We're looking forward to Monday night at Bulli. Barsha Bale will be the one to beat. It will open the favourite to win the sprint, and he knows Uno, obviously the one to beat in the distance final there on Monday night. Good racing coming up, and the good news is on Friday we've got markets opening for the Cox Plate Caulfield Cup, and we've also been open for quite some time, of course, on the Melbourne Cup as well, Dunedin. Of course, plenty of people think it can win again as well, the Melbourne Cup. A stack of sport, mainly Olympic, all the games focus over there in London. Australia starting to pick up some gold as well, and the good news is we put a market up early in the week. Kazakhstan, $1.55 to beat the Aussies. We're slowly starting to reel them in as well. Steve Hooker hopefully going for gold and to defend his title. And what about this? One customer, $50,000 to win $279,000. They need Usain Bolt to win the 200 metres, so they'll be cheering him on loud and clear as well. So that is Usain Bolt to win the 200 metres. A stack of other sport, of course. We've got AFL, the big game on Friday night. Geelong, they're outsiders against West Coast, and the Bunnies, slight favourites. They're playing at Gosford. They're taking on Manly. That should be a very big game. All those markets at tab.com.au. Call us 133 390 or jump in and visit your local TAB.
Tim, of course, Saturday night is a big night, but Monday night at Bulli, it's a bit different having nationals down there on the south coast.
And a great move by administrators to do it. We're going to have a better chance when we come to the finals in Hobart. This could well be the race of the year. Exclusive one, Barsha Bale, Oaks Road. It is a fantastic race. It was good to see Barsha Bale come back to New South Wales last week. Exclusive one got up in the last stride to win his heat, and Oaks Road really came back from a break and blew to Sally Bale, who's been flying, really blew her away over the latter stages. As I said, it could well be the race of the year at Bulli on Monday night.
Well, you talk about a dog like Desali Bale. It could go to the boxes double figures.
Yeah, exactly. You're spot on, and we've seen what she's been doing in Victoria and comes back here. Look, she was beaten on her merits on Monday night, but she's certainly capable of bouncing back.
And, of course, on the stayers, we've got a bit of an old guard in He's No You Know and Zaza coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I love He Knows You Know. I really, really love this greyhound. He has been a great performer over a number of years. He always puts in his best. He's already in the final because he's the Agra wild card and he's already in the final, so he doesn't need to win on Monday night to make the final in Hobart. He's already there. I think he'll win anyway. I think he's a fantastic greyhound.
Obviously, whoever gets through for New South Wales will do us proud, and the Blues have got a big chance of getting the double in 2012. Well, that wraps up another edition of this week's Chasing the Dollar, brought to you with the compliments of TAB Sportsbet. On behalf of Tim Newbold, I'm Ron Arnold. Thank you.